Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. And there you go, the new uniform is now officially on sales. I actually went ahead to purchase this uniform for Iceman, the latest uniform, or what we call the X-Men Blue Uniform, so that I'm able to show you guys what Iceman can do for us with his latest uniform. But before we get into it, the first thing I want to do is to remind you guys that there is a crystal coupon giveaway. The participation is still going on, so make sure to check it out in our previous video to stand a chance to win that 300 crystal. Alright, so that's all for the announcement, so let's get back to this freaking ice uniform. To be honest, I'm not really impressed with this uniform at all. I mean, it looks really cool and fantastic, but I feel like it's just not good enough in the current state of the game, especially for the blast type of characters. But anyways, what we're going to do here is to be testing him out against Ebony in World Boss Ultimate. We are going to do stage 50, stage 60 and stage 70 and perhaps stage 80 Ebony if he's able to do it, just to see how his damage looks like. So each of the stage we would do like 1 minute, and let's see how many bars Iceman is able to get down to, so that it might give you a better idea of whether it's worth to purchase this uniform or not if you are about to use him in World Boss Ultimate, as well as it also give you an idea how high Iceman is able to achieve in World Boss Ultimate, and that's why we are doing stage 50, stage 60 and stage 70 and etc. And once we are done, we are going to be testing him out against Master Mode in GBR. So if you take a look at his skill set here, nothing crazy here, it's pretty standard here. The third skill is okay, you got the summons, you got the immunity, but the problem with this third skill is it has a 15 seconds cooldown. Are you kidding me? You got the 3 seconds of immunity, but on the 15 seconds cooldown. That is awesome. Yeah, the rotation is going to be very tough. I wish they could have just fixed this cooldown issue on the third skill, which might make him a little bit easier to play, which might improve his survivability as well. Yeah, if you take a look at his base kit here, alright, yeah, as you can see right over here, it has 3 seconds of immunity but on a 6 seconds cooldown, which means his base kit survivability is actually better than his latest uniform. What the hell is that? So that means we are actually spending crystals, spending money to buy the uniform in which his survivability is actually worse than his base kit. That is hilarious. And then the fourth skill and the fifth skill is almost the same, like nothing has been changed. If you take a look here, yeah, the fourth skill and the fifth skill is almost the same. You got the attack buff and the extra crit rate from his fourth skill, and then you also got the freeze and the 6 seconds of invincibility from his fifth skill. Yeah, it's almost the same. What a lazy work. But anyways, let's take a look at his skill set here. Alright, so what we are going to do here is to hit the third skill to get those summons so that you can get more damage from those summons. But of course, try not to land your proc on his third skill, because his third skill is not the skill that deals the most damage output. But the problem with this skill is, most of the time if you were playing with a normal damage proc obelisk, this is going to be tough because the third skill will trigger the proc early. It's very difficult to cancel the third skill. So what we're going to do here is to start off by hitting the 4 to get those attack buff and cancel it right away into the 5. And make sure to land the proc on the 5 as well. And then the second round we will go with 3 to get those summons, and then 4, and then try to proc on 5. So that is how the skill rotation goes. And please keep in mind that his 4th skill is an instant cancel. And try to get the full damage proc on his 5th skill. Alright, let me show you again. To get those summons, and then cancel 4th skill into the 5th skill, just like this. And then sometimes I will also add on the 2nd skill and the first skill as well in between the rotation, because of the weird cooldown on his third skill. So most of the time we will also need to use the 1 and the 2 in between the rotation. So that is how the skill rotation goes. Yeah, the first skill is very nice. Same goes to the second skill as well. It looks cool and fantastic. So that is how the skill rotation goes. Alright, so now let's take a really quick look at the rest of my build. Well, only cooldown is maxed out. Only 2 gears are 25, no Uru here, no Odin's Blessing, nothing here. Yeah, as you can see right over here, it seems like I don't have the intention to max out my Iceman because the uniform doesn't seem to be that attractive. Yeah, only a normal damage proc obelisk here, 120% damage proc with cold damage. And then the uniform is at rare level, that's it. Alright, so now let's jump into some of the world boss ultimate. Alright, let's get started with stage 50 and see how much damage Iceman can actually do here with his latest uniform, and see how many bars he is able to get down to within 1 minute. You know, stage 50 nowadays can be considered as a very standard stage for almost all the world boss ultimate except for Thanos. So let's see how is Iceman doing here. Alright, we got the proc here. The damage seems to be not that bad from his 5th skill, but his survivability is not good at all, I would say. He really needs a healing in order to do something, in order to survive longer in the battle, and that's why we are bringing Agent Venom here as a striker. You know, he really needs a healing ability from Agent Venom. So just keep that in mind. This is just annoying. I really wish he has the entice effect just like Lunar Snow. I feel like the damage is just not good enough. Alright, let's stop here and let's try stage 60 and see. Alright, stage 60, here we go. I really wish they could have just added on the entice effect on one of his skills, or maybe the freeze effect so that Iceman can actually do more damage, because basically you are going to control the boss for few seconds and the boss will just stand there and do nothing, which would make Iceman even easier to play with. And then if possible, I hope they will just fix the cooldown issue on his 3rd skill, because the cooldown is just too long, 15 seconds my dude. And then the 3rd skill is just a very normal skill, nothing special. There is no point of making the cooldown of the 3rd skill to 15 seconds. There is no point at all. So stage 60 with this kind of damage, not really impressed to be honest. He is a Crystal War character my dude. He is supposed to be stronger, but the damage is just not good enough. Maybe let's try one more time, the last one, stage 70, and then we are going to try him out against Master Mode. Alright, stage 70, here we go. To be honest, I have tried him out for few rounds before I did this video with my build, which is obviously the 120% damage proc with cold damage. With this build, my Iceman can clear stage 50 without strikers. For stage 60, maybe you need to bring in all the damage dealt strikers in order to do it. I think that should be the maximum level for Iceman if you were playing with a normal damage proc obelisk. But maybe with maximum build, and if you are rocking with a rage or a judgment, he could probably do this stage. But I guess it's not that easy because he doesn't have the all defense down, no healing at all, only the invincibility is doing the work, and the fact is his damage is just damn low. I'm wondering if he could take down Master Mode or not. Alright, almost 1 minute, not even 1 bar. Okay, there's 1 bar. Guys, this is what you could expect from the Crystal War character's new uniform. This is hilarious. But anyways, let's try him out against Master Mode and see what happens there. Guys, we are back. So as what we have seen in World Boss Ultimate, this uniform doesn't seem to be worthy of the cost at all. That is because, first of all, he is a Crystal War character, which means you can only buy his BIOS by paying Crystal. And then right now there is another option where you will have the chance to get his BIOS through the Iceman chest. But guys, that one you need to pay real money in order to get those freaking Iceman chests. And the fact is, the BIOS is not a guaranteed drop. It's a totally RNG. It is totally depends on your luck. You might be spending a lot and get nothing at the end. It happens. We know how RNG actually works in Marvel Future Fight. It is just speechless. So yeah, you can only get him by spending crystal or spending money. But this is the power you get in return. A level 70 crystal war character with this kind of damage? Are you kidding me? Not really worthy of the investment, I would say. Secondly, there is nothing special with this uniform. It is almost nothing changed in terms of the skill. There is no healing, no attack accumulation, no all defense now as well. And one of the worst thing about this uniform is his cooldown. His cooldown on his third skill, a 3 seconds of immunity but on a 15 seconds cooldown. Are you kidding me, bro? So no healing, which makes his survivability looks like not good at all. He's very easy to die, to be honest. No all defense down, no accumulation, which makes his damage seems to be very low. I'm just speechless with the ability of this new uniform. So we are doing more damage than the tier 3 Thanos, and then we are doing like almost 60% of the damage, which is okay. But anyways, I feel like he is just very easy to die. Even he has a 6 seconds of invincibility on his 5th skill, which is kind of like, yeah, it's good, but he really needs the healing. That is the thing that he needs the most. The healing, the HP, the recovery of max HP is what he needs the most. And then the third reason why I would say this uniform isn't really worthy of the cost at all, simply because, as you can see, he is just very difficult to play with a normal damage proc Obelisk. I missed almost half of the proc during the battle, which kind of sucks. So those CTP that is having a damage proc for one attack like CTP of energy or destruction, forget about that. He is totally not suitable with those energy or destruction or normal damage proc Obelisk. He really needs at least a judgment or a CTP of rage in order to be good. So yeah, if you want to play Iceman well, you have to give him a CTP of judgment or a CTP of rage. Otherwise, there is no point of using him in any of the game mode, to be very honest. So in this case, it's gonna cost you another premium CTP, which is a CTP of judgment or a CTP of rage, which is kind of like, I just don't know what to say. I don't think it's worth it. Please ask yourself this question. Do you think it's worth to invest a CTP on Iceman? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Iceman as a character. I love how cool he is in the movie as well. But this uniform is just not good at all. I really hope they can make some of the adjustments, some of the improvement to this uniform. Almost 4 minutes and then we are doing like 50% of the damage. Not really impressed for tier 2 level 70 character with new uniform. So that means if I were to use my Iceman to solo clear Master Mode, I mean it is possible, but I think it's going to take up at least 9 minutes and above to clear it, which is very bad, I would say. Alright, so here we go, we did it. Unexpected. Almost 59.4% of the damage with 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Yeah, it's okay, but it's not good enough. Guys, so this is what you could expect from Iceman with his latest uniform. Not really impressed, to be honest. Perhaps he really needs a judgment or rage in order to be good. Probably. So yeah, if you haven't bought this uniform yet, congratulations. You have saved out 1050 crystal. But anyways, as always, this is based on my opinion. I could be wrong. At the end of the day, you are the one that making the call, so depends on your needs and depends on your own decision. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.